In these examples, we are going to solve these exponential equations by rewriting them into a quadratic equation by a substitution. So we will have to figure out what to substitute in this to make a perfect quadratic equation. So let's start working on this. In this one, you can see that a common thing among them is like a 2 to the power of x. Let's suppose a is equal to 2 to the power of x. Then let's look at how this original equation is being rewritten using this transformation, which is going to be 2 to the power of x. So 2 to the power of x to the power of 2 will be actually 2 to the power of 2x. 2 to the power of 2x is nothing but 2 to the power of x to the power of 2. This is actually a reverse of the exponent rule, power of a power. Okay, so that is 2 to the power of x to the second power minus 3 times 2 to the power of x plus 2 is equal to 0, or with this substitution is going to be a squared minus 3a plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay. We can say a minus 1 multiplied by a minus 2 is equal to 0, but a minus 1 is actually 2 to the power of x minus 1 is equal to 0, or that means 2 to the power of x is equal to 1. To get a 1, the x has to be 0, so that implies x is equal to 0. Second option right here is 2 to the power of x minus 2 is equal to 0. 2 to the power of x is equal to 2. To get that 2 right here, so that has to be a 1, so it's going to be x is equal to 1. So the solution is x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 1. Okay, now let's look at the second one. Here we have to make a substitution. Definitely this is again going to be a quadratic equation, so 3 to the power of x is going to be our substitution here. So let's put a is equal to 3 to the power of x, so that makes this right here. So 3 to the power of 2x plus 1 is 3 to the power of 2x times 3 to the power of 1, so that 3 right here taken out, 3 times, and this part right here, like we did in the previous example, that is going to be 3 to the power of x squared. So we have 3 to the power of x squared, then plus 26 to the power of 2 times to the 3 to the power of x minus 9 equal to 0, and the rest everything is like rewriting a quadratic equation. 3a squared plus 26a minus 9 is equal to 0. You know how to factorize them. The factors are going to be 3a minus 1 times 8 plus 9. I'm not spending time on this, you already know this. Well, then one answer is going to be a is equal to 1/3, or 3 to the power of x is equal to 3 to the power of 1/3 is 3 to the power of negative 1, or that gives you x is equal to negative 1. And second option, actually a plus 9 equal to 0 gives you a is equal to negative 9, or 3 to the power of x is equal to negative 9. So this is not possible because that's a negative number. Okay, so the only solution is going to be x is equal to negative 1. Okay, now the last one in this category is 2 to the power of x times 8 times 2 to the power of negative x minus 9 equal to 0. So let's rewrite it. Before we substitute, let's rewrite it. 2 to the power of x plus 8 over 2 to the power of x, because it is 2 to the power of negative x, rewritten as 1 over 2 to the power of x minus 9 is equal to 0. Multiply the entire equation by 2 to the power of x. You can just multiply that. So multiply both sides by 2 to the power of x over here, so that becomes 2 to the power of x squared minus 9 times 2 to the power of x plus 8 equal to 0. When we replace 2 to the power of x by a, the equation becomes a squared minus 9a plus 8. Okay, so the factors are a minus 1, a minus 8 to the 0. So a is equal to 1, that means 2 to the power of x is equal to 1, that x is equal to 0. A is equal to 8 means 2 to the power of x is equal to 8 or x is equal to 3. So the solution is x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 3.